You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411, featuring the week's roundup of fashion news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Fashion 411.
Here we have a little theme music. So feel free to vogue, dance, move your body, snap your fingers. Uh-huh. Okay, hey guys, it is time for a little Fashion 411 on Black Hollywood Live. Woo!
Yeah.
We missed you guys last week, and we are back with a guest in the studio, and we're not going to waste any time, so let's just go around the room and introduce everyone. I'm going to introduce our guest first. This is French host and pop culture insider, Kahl. Hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. We're so excited for you to be with us
I
today.
am so thrilled. After jet lag in LA's traffic,
Oh,
I should
yes.
have left last night to arrive on time. But, a glass of champagne and I'll be fine in 2 minutes.
Oh,
Yes, my
well,
kind of girl.
we can't wait to pick your brain. Let's everybody else introduce themselves.
Hey guys, I am your host, Erica Garcia Rojas, and I am your go-to girl for all things business and fashion. I am the co-owner of Raleigh Babe Apparel.
What's up, everybody? I'm your co-host, Courtney Stewart. I am your resident shopaholic, shoeaholic, always giving you guys the consumer perspective.
And I'm your host, Deanna Vaughn. I'm your former New York City fashion guru, but now I'm here to share all my fashion insight with you guys. I'd like to say I can bring the runway to the real way. Okay, so
right?
It's all about being on a budget.
These intros are so wicked. I love it.
I love your accent. It's
Yeah, I've been practicing my French accent for years. Every morning I have to say yes, I'm so happy to be on this studio with you guys.
It's awesome. All right, so you guys know how Time Magazine, they love to name a person of the year, and they do all kinds of, people of the year and picture of the year and all that. Well, Time Magazine, they have named the 140 best Twitter feeds for 2014.
Oh my God,
Oh my
really?
goodness.
Yes.
140.
Crazy.
Where the hell did it come up with
Well,
140?
because Twitter, you can only write 140
140
characters.
characters.
So they named 140 of the best Twitter feeds of 2014, and it came from 11 different categories. And I'll just read off really quickly the categories: sports, science, culture, fashion, global affairs, health and food, informers, news, topics, tech, and weird. So, of course, I had to see who was on
I
the
want to
list.
hear the weird
I know.
one.
I
That's
know.
weird.
Well, you guys are going to have to check out Time Magazine for the weird ones, because I only have the fashion ones for you. But so here are some fashion Twitter feeds that made the list, and these are ones that, apparently everyone thinks are very popular and everyone's following them. First up, it's Eva Chen, and she is the editor-in-chief for Lucky Magazine, and she uses her Twitter feed to really talk a lot about, just fashion news, things going on in the magazine, and she's also kind of cheeky with her sense of humor, and here's a tweet from her right here. Let's just put foot cream on my face instead of SPF. How very Regina George of me.
Mean girl.
Mean girls. So she's one to follow. Another person that made the list is Joanna Coles. So she is the editor-in-chief of Cosmopolitan magazine, and it says here, the style maven who was once a judge on Project Runway All-Stars, she keeps it real by tweeting thought-provoking articles from her publication and beyond. And she also steers clear of Devil Wears Prada type information. All right, and let's see who else made the list. John Crobland. Now, he is the New York Times style reporter, and it says that he manages to inject a little subtle humor into most of his fashion tweets. And it says the former media reporter at the New York Observer and Women's Wear Daily spends his days at the Times covering everything from conscious uncoupling and Uber to Prince George's trend-setting style. Are you big? Is your Twitter
right.
feed big in France? Are you one to follow?
It is big in France, but we're a little bit, late compared to you guys.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
it's big now, but it's only, been a couple of years that now, all the
Interesting.
personality and everyone is really tweet,
Getting
tweet,
the
tweet,
tweet.
I like
And-
the Instagram bivalence or bivalence.
Yes,
I like that.
Instagram
John, I
bivalence.
like it. Exactly.
And then last on my list for top 140 on time is John Januzzi. So it says this hyperactive feed offers up snap judgments on food, clothing, bars, pop culture, and being in New York, all from the perspective of GQ's senior digital editor. So there you go. Those are people that, Time Magazine thinks are very important for you to follow as it relates to fashion on
fashion
Twitter.
world.
Twitter to me is just like it's hard to follow people.
know.
It's like a full-time job to read it.
is.
Yes.
And what happens is you get like sucked into a rabbit hole of like a
Constantly
article
scanning articles.
Yeah,
It
I'm
is.
more of an Instagram girl. Like I like looking if I'm like in line somewhere at a grocery store or whatever, I'll look at Instagram. But for me to Twitter, I can't get into it like that.
You know, as soon as you read an article, you just finish having a news and you're like, oh yeah, as a journalist, you're like, oh my gosh, I got this news, and you really have to jump in Twitter right away
Yeah.
because the news just changed.
Yes.
So it's really, I think you have to have somebody full time.
Like, constantly there doing
it,
yes.
Telling you, no, this is not true. What you just read in time.
and be very witty at the same time.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
in 140 characters.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm
Yeah.
not that quick and concise when
Yeah.
I have major
Yeah.
thoughts about things.
know.
Like 140 characters is
like-
nothing.
It's funny because I think it's making people better writers, more concise because you're forced to get your thought out
to the point.
completely and get to the point very quickly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm bad at it.
Yeah, exactly. I talk too much for that.
It's like, wow, just like I go to, it's
Yeah.
like just the
It's
subject, the
over.
verb, and then that's it.
Exactly.
By the time I think about it, there's already been like 50, 60, 70 tweets. It's like,
Exactly.
I'm over
Or
it.
it's retweeted or favorited, or there's so many rules.
So many.
So what's going on in the style world, Erica?
Okay, guys, I got your weekly style scoop here. Some interesting stuff happened this week. First up, many of you guys know the big Met Gala was this week. And one person was noticeably not in attendance, and that was Madonna. So, Monday night at the Met Gala, Madonna was actually uninvited. The 55-year-old singer Instagrammed a shot of the outfit she was planning on wearing to the event. However, Anna Wintour, who now runs the gala, did not find her ensemble appropriate and banned her from wearing it to the event. The caption of Madonna's Instagram photo said, quote, "What I wanted to wear to Met Ball, but Anna said not this year, so I'm just going to work on my music instead," and she hashtagged art for freedom. The outfit, for those of
boy.
you listening on iTunes, appears to be a series of long band-aids that would have fully exposed the Material Girl's breasts. So it reminds me a little bit about that. If any of you seen that movie, The Fifth Element,
Yes.
and there's a girl with a
Yes.
bandage, it actually almost looks exactly like that. So I guess that's what Madonna wanted to wear, and it just was not okay to
Do you
Miss
think?
Anna
Do you think
Wintour.
she has a new album coming out?
I think
And
it's a
this
good
is-
promo what she
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
She knows exactly what to wear to go to a Met Ball like
Yes.
every year, and she just wanted to be like the one spotted. Look, Madonna is not gonna be at the Met Ball.
I agree.
Exactly.
I think
know?
it was a smart way for her not to have to go to the ball, yet still get a ton of publicity out of it. So,
Yeah.
And I think it was very calculated, and I think that's exactly.
I
what
mean,
she
I
was
just
doing.
said no a couple of days ago,
Yes.
for my own promo too.
So, all right, up next, and more Instagram news, Rihanna's account was recently removed. So the singer got into a little bit of trouble after posting some very racy photos from her Louis magazine shoot. And for those of you on iTunes, make sure to follow us on Instagram at BHL Fashion 401 because we have all the photos there that you can follow along and see what we're talking about. The photo got me a little woo. The picture, for those of you listening, is a pretty provocative photo of Rihanna kind of sipping a little straw, totally exposing her breast. So she put that on Instagram, and Instagram asked Rihanna to kindly remove the images or risk having her account deleted since the photo violated the social media site's rules of nudity. Rihanna then responded by
Really?
posting images of fan artwork and other photos mocking the social media site. At that point, Instagram deleted the account. However, though, this is like a long, drawn-out story. According to Instagram, they didn't mean to delete the account.
Yeah,
it was
right.
an accident. Her account was blocked for several
right.
days due to the photo, but the account was actually supposedly not supposed to be deleted. Instagram had this to say, quote, "This account was mistakenly caught in one of our automated systems and very briefly disabled. We apologize for the inconvenience." But no worries, the singer's super popular Instagram page is back up and running. And there's another picture after this. Stephen, if you can show the next picture. And the other photo is of her kind
I
of.
just love,
she
you know,
looks-
the suntan, the
Tan
marks,
marks,
black and white. I just
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so
she's-
south of France, you know?
Exactly. So those of you listening, she's lying down and her butt is fully
Cheeks are exposed.
She looks beautiful in the
looks
face
great.
and everything.
Yeah.
So what
I
do you
love the
guys
colors and
think of the
everything.
photos? What do you think of kind of this racy spread? She had a few more photos from the spread also.
We see Rihanna's boobs all the time. Why are we surprised? She sits at the Knicks game with her boot nipples out. Like, what is
And
the big
it's
deal?
very artistic. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, she's a pop star. It's Rihanna. It was racing to me. I mean, maybe it's because I'm French, you know, but like
Yeah.
she's saying a boob. It's like you see it in every commercials and everything. And I just think the style, how she posed, was just classy. I wouldn't say classy like, you know,
was
chic, but
artistic.
It was artistic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Loved it. She dared it, you know, and she can. In a couple of years, maybe she won't be able to do it anymore.
Maybe
So, you know.
maybe I'm a little more conservative, but I actually think this photo with her behind exposed is not so bad. There were some other photos in the mix that were pretty raunchy. She had her behind exposed, and she was kind of in like a downward dog position and making a face. And I just feel like there's a point where there's that crossing line between artistic and just being raunchy, and I think. Rihanna is so beautiful, so talented. She can still be sexy, but to me, this is verging on too much. It's trying too hard. It's trying too hard to be sexy. I just think it's too much.
Well, this was a French magazine spread, right?
I'm not exactly sure. But it was
I
some
think
kind of
it
like.
was.
Louise magazine, I think it was.
Yeah, so it wasn't an American magazine. So
But
putting into
the
that
picture
context,
before with her in the straw, maybe
Yeah.
go back, Stephen. I mean we're looking at
That one is beautiful. The
this
previous
one,
one.
and
love
this is
that.
kind of like. See, I don't like it.
I love her
I
face
like
in
it.
it. I think her face is gorgeous in
completely.
it.
Her
Just the
face
whole
is
thing.
gorgeous in every photo.
I mean, I feel
nipple,
like,
like, I don't know,
and
I
I feel
just-
like Naomi
It's not
Campbell
about the
has
nipple, though.
done many shots like this back in
Yeah,
the day.
even-
You know,
yes.
we've seen this before from Naomi Campbell. I just, I don't
Because
know.
it still comes across modeling to me. There's nothing overtly like intercoarsely sexual about it. Like it's sexy.
Intercoarsely.
Like I'm like saying
Interesting
You know
choice
what
of
I'm saying?
words,
Like,
Courtney.
I'm trying to because it's obviously sexual in a certain way, but I
Right.
think it's sexy. Like and it's the woman's body. Like we see her stuff all the time. Like she walks around in clothes and we still see that. So to be like, oh my God, this is like close our eyes and shut it
Yeah.
down. Like it's just hypocritical to me.
And on top of it, it looks very like bathing suit. You can definitely picture
Yes.
her on a beach in Saint Tropez or whatever,
Yeah.
on her boat, you know, just like taking the
She
top
took her
off.
top off and she laid down and
Yes.
took a picture.
I think for me, the fact that this is not an American publication helps the context
Yes.
because, you know, I mean, you can speak to that. You're European, you know, you guys.
There's been like
not a
this
big deal.
week. There's been a controversy actually on some French TV show. A TV host, Roselyne Bachelot. So they were showing these pictures, and she's saying, "Oh my gosh, her boobs are horrible," and everyone criticized like the TV host because you know she's like probably 60 or 55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not amazing, good looking. She can't even have like a décolleté because she's not there anymore. And she dares to say like, "Look at her boob." I mean,
Yes.
you know, it was in every newspaper. It was shocking to say that. It was so mean. It was so
Yeah.
French rat. Right? Yeah. And I think Rihanna is beautiful. She can do it. And as you say, it was the French magazine. What French magazine was it? I can't read.
I never heard of Bui.
I'd have to.
No.
We'll have to figure that out.
We'll figure it out.
How do you spell it?
Look it up.
B-U-I. All right.
It was
so,
Louis. It was Louis magazine. It's a she.
Louis.
Louis. It means him.
Okay.
Oh,
It's a
L-U-I?
she.
Yeah,
L-U-I.
Yeah.
Because you said Brie, I'm like, I haven't seen
Yeah, I
that.
thought you said Brie.
But it sounded good.
I
Louis,
tried.
it's a masculine,
Louis,
very
yeah.
Is it like a
guys-oriented.
maxim? Is it
It's
like
a
a
maxim,
maxim
but very chic.
for?
So it's definitely
chic
for
maxim.
guys, for
Yeah.
men. I mean, you can see the pictures
Yes,
are very, you know, like a little
sexy.
bit. Yeah.
All right.
Still chic.
Up next. So Kim Kardashian, word on the street is that she was looking for a certain designer to craft her wedding dress and was denied. We all know that now she's already picked the designer, but sources say that Kim initially asked Victoria Beckham to do the honor of designing her dress,
Interesting.
but the Brit refused. Quote, Kim was desperate to wear a VB dress for her big day, but Victoria deals with the very A-list of the showbiz world, including royals, and doesn't want to be dragged into the world of reality stars, a source told Perez Hilton. Quote, she also doesn't really do wedding dresses.
That was my next question.
know.
I
Yeah,
was
she
like, does she
doesn't-
do wedding?
yeah.
Right?
Regardless, Kim K has announced this week that she chose her wedding dress. We have seen the reality star visit various showrooms in Paris, and she has posted many selfies along the way. She visited Olivia, I cannot pronounce. You probably could do it better.
Yes,
Olivia
Olivier Roustin, artistic
Roustin.
director of Balmain.
Balmain, yes, showroom twice, and we suspect that might be the chosen designer, especially since she was hanging around Olivia at the Met Gala this week. Kim stated there were quite a few dresses that she tried on.
She's gonna wear Balmain. That's gonna be really interesting.
It's definitely going to be probably between Givenchy and Balmain. She went back to the showroom of Balmain because she lost a lot of weight recently.
Yes.
So, they
Those
took
lines
her.
are very,
Yeah, I mean, she's working every day at l'usine. It's like the famous, where all the celebs that come to Paris, you can see like Brad Pitt, like Bradley Cooper, whoever wants to just work out, they go to l'usine. It means the factory. It's in the center of Paris. So she's there every day. So Balmain
And
had
what
to
do you do there?
It means working out.
No, he said you're at the factory. Like, is
where
it
they
a
go to
gym?
work out.
It's just a
Is
gym,
there anything
but
special about it, or is it just a gym? or-
it's just a gym with beautiful people.
Okay.
That's
just a
really,
gym.
So it's like
almost
Crunch on Sunset.
you're
Or
even
Equinox.
afraid to
Equinox.
go there
Yeah.
if you need to lose, a couple
Yeah.
of pounds. You're like, shoot, I'd rather go to the gym once I'm slim and
Yes.
fit.
Oh, it's
just
one
to
of
show off.
those,
It's
yeah.
one of those. But anyway, so she's there every day. And Balmain had to take like the new measurements, because he created a mannequin for her. But it was before, when she was like still like way curvier. So it's between Givenchy, Balmain, that's for sure. She's definitely gonna have like 2 or 3 dresses. And she's been spotted on Instagram and everything with Balmain at l'Avenue. It's the hottest terrace of Paris. You sit there, you just people watch next to like Avenue Montaigne. They've been spotted in a castle also together. Olivier Roustin on Instagram and her. So it's called the Louvciennes Castle, okay? The Louis XIV. You're like, what is she telling me this history part?
I love
And
it.
the Louis XIV, and everyone believes that's where the wedding is gonna be.
Yeah.
But actually, no. It's forbidden to get married to this castle.
Oh.
And I'm telling you something. This castle, I mean, I talked to the girl who is in charge of the castle, the PR and everything, and she formally denied that the wedding is gonna be there. It's a unique place. They rebuilt this castle like historically with every stone
and
everything,
everything is
but
the
they
same.
added like completely incredible like modern facility. So you have like huge aquarium with sharks, and you see yes. And if you look at Kim's Instagram, you see her with Olivier Roustin on a white couch. So you're like, okay, nice picture. In the back, you think you're in like Atlantis, Bahamas. You see a huge shark, like and a huge like aquarium, wonderful, and it's in a castle, 20 minutes of Paris. So it's just a unique place that she wanted to visit because it's just incredible.
But the wedding's definitely not
The
happening
wedding
there.
is not
Not
happening
there.
there. Although, very next to it, like 10 minutes away, there is a smaller castle, the Madame du Barry Castle. And that's maybe one of those she's going to pick because you can marry there. It's small, it's charming.
Yeah.
So they only want to have like a couple hundreds people, remember? So nothing like Versailles. And Versailles, no one can get married in Versailles anyways. So probably there or at another castle where Eva Longoria and Tony Parker got married.
Oh, yeah.
Vaux le Vicomte. So is she gonna, it's like huge, it looks like Versailles. It's gigantic. So is she gonna be willing to get married where Eva got married a couple years ago? Or does
Probably
she
not.
want,
Probably not.
not. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, somebody else.
It's not the
has done
best
it.
luck there either. Let's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
go
So
there.
I think,
true.
to me, my bet is that she's gonna choose like this intimate. If she goes for a west of Paris castle, it's the Madame du Barry one.
So are the French really excited about this? Like,
Or
what's the
annoyed.
buzz?
Or do they care?
Or yeah, do they care? Yeah, what's the feel?
They're very close to Kanye. They
Yeah,
love
they
Kanye.
love Kanye. And Kanye loves
Oh,
Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a real fashion icon over there, like assisting to all like fashion show. And so it's just the French have a little bit of a harder time with Kim, because it's a typical reality star. And until a couple months ago, thanks to Kanye, she didn't have like an amazing style.
Yeah.
I mean, she's great, she's gorgeous, she's everything you want, she's got a great feature, but she was only just the style of a typical like TV reality star.
Yeah.
And thanks to Kanye, no, but it's true. He's like really mentoring her, Like you see her with on Chanel, having this
Yes.
fantastic little Chanel number 5 like little purse, with the shape of the bottle in Paris, high waist, like silk black pants, like Yves Saint Laurent, just everything. She's becoming really
And allegedly, Kanye is dressing
Dressing
Kim.
her.
That's
Yes.
the rumor out
Yeah,
there.
it's been out there for a while. that
yeah.
he's stressing her.
So
Yes, and and Olivier Roustin, the designer of Balmain,
Yes.
very popular. Givenchy, all these designers like now like talking about Kim. So Kim and Kanye. So yeah, yes.
Interesting. Now, I heard a rumor, though, or I read somewhere that they can't get married in France because in order to get married for it to be legal, they have to like live there for 40 days or something like
Yes.
that. So what's
Absolutely.
What's that all about?
So definitely before they fly to Paris, like in what, like 15 days probably?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, we have 2 weeks left or something. I'm like counting,
Like,
you know, counting
countdown,
down.
countdown.
Oh, exactly. They're definitely gonna get married in LA or wherever in the States.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allowed to get married in Paris or in France unless they live 40 days on the row in France. There is no way they're gonna spend like 40 days
Neither
in a
one of
row.
them could do that
Yeah.
with their schedules.
So she's definitely, I mean, there's definitely going to be a civil wedding like coming up.
Yeah,
here in LA.
there's going to have to be.
Interesting.
And that's going to be more just the ceremony, the party, basically, in
In
Paris.
Paris, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, just
A big.
And I heard like recently, I don't know if you heard that, guys, from France. Obviously, Kanye is very concerned about security.
Yes.
You know, terrorism, everything. I mean, call it paranoid or just careful.
Yeah.
You know, he asked the French president, François Hollande.
I read that.
François
too.
Hollande is still stuck between all the French affair,
Sure.
Valérie
Yeah.
Trierweiler, you know,
Right,
this
yes.
French actress. I mean, the French usual drama. And he asked him to have like the National Guards for his wedding.
Wow.
Yes, the National
that.
Guards. He asked like.
And who pays for that? The citizens of France? Who pays for that?
Are
Kanye?
you kidding?
No,
Who
I'm
pays for
paying
that?
for it.
Right.
But who
Kanye's
pays
paying
for it?
He would
Okay.
have to pay.
Kanye, but it's not
Kanye.
because he asked. You know, you don't grant the National Guards,
No.
even if you're like not even. I mean, it's Kanye.
He's not
okay,
even a
yes, but
citizen.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know. You know, at what part? I mean, what amount of security is going to be granted, or is going to be private? If it's going to be François Hollande, he also asked for helicopters. He's willing to pay like 600,000 euros, which is about $900,000
Wow.
Yeah.
for 4 helicopters flying above the castle.
I also read, too, about he wanted about 400 security guards.
Even more than that,
something insane.
double the amount of the
800?
guests.
Oh, double the amount of the guests.
Double the amount of the guests. And you know, around the castles, you have like canals. You know, with little boats floating and everything. He wants also security on the boats.
Boats.
You know?
God, just go to
And-
Vegas.
Right.
It's like, geez.
Just go to Little Chapel Vegas.
Right,
Yes.
It's like, golly.
Or do
really?
it secretly and nobody
It's
has
like
to
a
know.
James Bond movie,
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
Wow.
But it's exciting. You know, why not? You
Something
have
to
money.
do.
Just do
Something-
whatever you
something
want.
for
You only
people to
live
talk
once,
about.
right?
Exactly.
Wow. All right. And more Kim and Kanye news. There's been a lot said about that recent Kim Kardashian and Kanye West now infamous Vogue cover, but Vogue editor Grace Cuddington had something to say. She recently sat down with the Financial Times, Benza Friedman, and stated, quote, there was a wedding story to be done, and Anna probably had them in mind because she had been seeing a lot of Kanye, so she said, quote, maybe we should shoot it on lookalikes, and I thought, why not just do the real thing? This is Vogue. And I do think Kim Kardashian represents this moment in our culture. I'm fascinated by her, and the same way I'm fascinated by the people I see on the street or on the subway.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it sold really well.
Yeah.
It sold really well. I'm still not a fan, but it sold and it sold.
And it's sold.
And it's sold. I just want to say that it's sold.
It sold.
That's
So
it.
And now it's time to get to know Val Kahl.
Is that your real name?
All right, so you are a French host, producer. You know, now you're like an expert on all this
Baker,
pop
doctor.
culture.
No, I'm kidding.
Tell us. I
Yes,
mean, you're
do it
making your
all.
rounds on all the entertainment shows.
Yes.
Tell us, and we're so happy to have you here.
Well, thank you so much. No, it's, you know what? There is more and more French trend, even in LA. You know, a couple of years ago, it was more East Coast, all this little snob, fashionista, food and everything. But LA is becoming a foodista place.
It
All
is.
these past years, you know,
Yeah.
amazing restaurants, like, you know, amazing cuisine. New like French designers open up, and a lot of French are invading LA.
So you live in LA?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been here in LA?
You know, like I've been all doing back and forth because of my shows in Paris for approximately like a year and a half.
Okay.
And I've been here for, I guess it's very recent.
Wow.
Less than a
Yes,
year.
you're a new plant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So why don't you give us a little bit about yourself? What kind of shows do you have back in France?
Well, right now I'm a correspondent for all the big events, the Oscar, the awards, just like, the Hollywood life, the Hollywood events. So
great.
I'm a correspondent for French channels. And back in France, I had some extreme makeover. Lifestyle coaching for family, how to help them getting back together, getting back on their feet, food-wise. It's a little bit like Queer Eye for a straight guy, except
wow.
it's
Yeah.
toward families, and it's not gay. but but just picture the whole thing, anyways. I had my own show, Val by Night, about all the trends again. You know, I just love food and fashion. Food and fashion is my world, and it's not. Yeah, I guess it sounds very French, right?
Yeah.
So food and fashion, I want to know, what are the best restaurants in LA, in
That
your
you-
opinion?
Yes, right now, and trust me, they are not French. Like French restaurants are not really popular here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, they're
very
not.
just an influence. And you guys and all these chefs, yes, there is an amazing chef that has his own reality TV show, like Ludo Bite.
Oh,
He's got
yeah.
his truck food, you know, he's
Yeah.
kind of cool, married to an American girl full of tattoo himself. And so he has a great restaurant called Les Trois Mecs in LA, which is very good. I love concept, you know? When I'm in a place, it's not only about eating.
It's the experience.
It's just the experience. I mean, for me, it's like, you know, orgasmic. Like, no,
Yeah.
really. It's like 3 hours of a restaurant. You can't just eat. You have to, you know, take an aperitif, take your time. It's a whole, we'll go there. You know, I'll show you what it is to
Yeah.
eat the French way. So it's really, you know, just about the decor, the service, just every little details. And one that I love recently is called Hinoki and the Bird.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about that
a
place.
lot about it.
Almost
Yes.
like, you almost feel like in a bird cage, but gigantic bird cage outdoor. Like the guys are just wearing like Levi's denim, but everything is very, you know, they are trendy without being snob.
Yes.
That is just amazing. And the food is like Japanese influence mixed with American fusion, and it's just delicious. And it's not even outrageous, you know? It's not like French prices. It's really affordable, so you don't feel like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I'm not gonna eat for the next
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. So that I love, you know, and I spend a lot of time discovering places, and République also.
I just went there yesterday.
Oh, did you love
yeah.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
like
love
in a
it.
church,
Yep.
and they have their own bakery. You know, they have
great.
amazing kitchen. It's just like fantastic. And they have something, I shouldn't tell you that, but they don't put like what, you know, they are they'll, what do you call that? The specialty is not on the menu. You have to ask, and it's the urchin on the bread. So now everyone's gonna, and they say like, we don't want to put it on the menu because then everyone's gonna, you know, they're
gonna
French,
know about it, yeah.
So they're kind of like, oh, everyone's gonna know. We just
Yeah.
want to keep it for our favorite customers.
Yeah.
So guys, just go there, ask for the urchin on the
Beautiful
bread.
place.
They're just gonna hate me.
They won't hate you. What surprised you most about when you moved out here and settled and started doing everything from here?
Oh, what surprised me? You know what? You're gonna be shocked. People are so nice.
Yay.
See, I
It's
told
good
you.
to hear. It's good to hear.
I mean, guys, remember, I mean, no, you don't know, but I grew up like, I spent a lot of my time in the States. So I'm really, I have both culture. I mug the French, I mug the American, you know, so I can play with the two cultures. I grew up in Seattle, studied in New York, you know, worked in New York for years. So I have the East Coast personality. And what shocked me is that you guys are just adorable compared to Parisians.
Are you talking about in LA or in all the United States?
To me, it's all the United
United
States, but it's
States.
especially even more in LA compared to New York.
Okay.
It's just that, you know, in Paris, like whenever you walk in the street or even in
Yeah.
a restaurant, you push people or you don't say, excuse me. It's just like the way you are.
I've been there a few times, and I have to say, like, I mean, the food's amazing, everything's beautiful, but the people are a little more aggressive. They're not as laid
horrible.
back.
Yeah.
They're
They
horrible.
expect you
I
to
kinda
know the
love it, though.
language.
The reputable. I mean, you kind of should try and
should.
know it.
But even if I just remember being there, even trying, and just them looking at me
Yeah.
like, really, just stop. You know what I mean? Like, just enough.
Yeah. And even
They're
when you
not
go
super
to
friendly to tourists.
they're not.
No,
No,
they're
trust me,
not.
they're not.
Yeah.
Really not. I'm the first one to say that. Like
Yeah.
even to me, they're just mean brats. Even at the restaurant, it's true. Even at a restaurant, like the service,
Yeah.
whenever you order something, they make you feel that, you know, they're the clients.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have
You are the
almost to
ones to-
apologize
They
because you want to
do.
order something. I'm so sorry. Can I just have my French fries? It's
Yeah.
been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I know it's Paris. We're not in the rush, but you know. And here, it's almost like sometimes a little bit. To me, sometimes a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Like even in the street, whatever happens, someone like it's just, or I'm just pushing like this, or someone like just like push me a little bit, and like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Or
Yeah.
I'm like, that's okay, you know. It's like, or people are just very afraid. Like the
Yeah.
French are very, I'm gonna do that to you.
Yes,
Don't be
uh-huh,
afraid.
yeah.
Or very, you know, we like
Yes,
to touch. I'm
touch,
like,
you
hey,
feel
how
like
are you? And here, like, you know, they're
They like their
Careful.
space.
People
People
like
like
their
their
space.
space.
and
yeah.
something that's gonna make you laugh, because that's very popular on my Facebook. Is when I talk to the French friends and everything. So when I go to yoga, well, like like
Yeah.
you, I'm sure, like the
Yes.
hot yogas and
Yeah.
everything. And you know, in the whatever, with the changing room, you run naked, right? I mean, it's changing room. I mean, you run or you walk or you just like speak
You
on the
prance
phone.
naked.
We're just running around the gym naked.
Exactly. I mean,
let's
I
get
go
some
to the changing. It's only girls. Come on,
Yes.
girls. As soon, I don't know if they're afraid of my body or whatever happens. As soon as I step in, just everyone hide
Covered.
themselves.
Not modesty.
They close the doors. They're like this with their towels.
Very
trying- it's-
puritanical, but
Yeah,
not.
but I think that's a big difference between growing up in Europe versus the States. It's like it's the thing with our bodies.
I'm like, girls,
yeah.
we have the same thing.
I know.
That's
Right.
great.
It's
Looking
just-
like what's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Or that
Yeah.
looks great. Go.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a big difference. Yeah.
Who did that to you?
no,
I
I
want the
can't. How do I
name.
get some of that? Like,
I feel like nudity here is more like, oh, you don't
Yeah.
show your body, kind of like the magazines, you
Yeah.
cover up. Whereas in Europe, it's completely different. It's like,
It is.
show me
It's
what you
very
got,
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Well,
Very
I guess
different.
it's a good, interesting mix, you know.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fascinating.
And then I want to know, like, what do you think the differences are between, like, our gossip magazines and, like, what we talk about celebrities versus how you guys do it over there? Like, is it really different or?
I think you guys are, I mean, it really depends on the magazine, but as a journalist, that's what I feel, especially writing for a lot of French magazines and everything, just the gossip situation, whenever you write about something that's going on, even for the Oscar, even everything, the French are more, they want to criticize a little more. So I
They're more
feel
critical.
they're more critical.
Oh, okay.
But it's sometimes good, because, instead of saying, oh yeah, she's beautiful, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, like everyone is
They're
amazing.
realistic.
Realistic
more.
with a little I would call the French like globally a John Rivers style.
okay.
A little
Okay.
bit exaggerated, of course.
Yeah.
But whenever you write, it's very sharp, it's very dry.
Yeah.
And here I just feel, especially in Hollywood, and that's what I love about it, because you respect like the celebrities, it's like in Hollywood everything is about celebrities.
Yeah.
And we respect that. I mean, not in every show,
Yeah.
but there is a fascination. There is kind of like a code, rules. I don't know if you.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in France, it's more like, oh, look at her, oh, look at him. Or, it's just more criticizing. Critical.
Speaking of being critical, we have a segment called Hot Mess. Perfect segue.
Perfect segue right into that.
Let's go.
And guess who we have up first? Okay, obviously the Met Gala happened this past
Oh, well, no,
week.
that's you.
Oh,
What happened to me? I'm like, what happened to me then? Talk to me.
We just wanted to show everyone
we just had
who
to
you
show
are.
everyone how hot you were before we get into hot or hot.
We'll put your pictures on our Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was the Met Gala, obviously, this week, and it was honoring the late mid-century couturier Charles James, an English-born American designer known for his structured wiring and lavishly heavy gowns. So that was a theme that we went into it for, what we were celebrating. First up, we had Miss Kim Kardashian doing her best to make up for what we called a disaster last year. If you guys remember the upholstery.
The couch dress.
Your grandmother's
Oh
wallpaper.
my God. So this time she went with a silk strapless Givenchy couture gown with pockets and strappy shoes. And she actually posted on her social media that she changed all of her accessories in the car. Actually, she initially had on a very large like leather belt and leather cuffs, made it a little bit more rock and roll, and she had on the like single strap heel, and she changed into the strappier heel, the satin belt, and diamonds.
Or you mean
love it.
Kanye told her to change it up.
Wow, I'm
Remember
just
you do
saying.
something about it.
She said she decided
Less
in the
is
car to
more.
go a little more classic
But
beauty.
they look amazing. I mean, her dress is just flawless. Seriously. Even her underwear, navy blue, because we
Yes,
saw
so
it.
you saw the underwear.
And thanks God she had an underwear.
Amen.
So,
'Cause that would have ruined it for her.
She's a
I just love
mother
it.
now. She's got to wear underwear.
Good point.
It's Hollywood,
yes.
you never know.
You never know exactly.
I am like so glad to see her like this because I've not been a fan of Kim's style really ever, and she is starting to turn around. And I think this is kind of her coming out of like, look at me, I know how to dress now. I can really hold my own in fashion, and I think this is absolutely beautiful. I
Completely.
love the shoes. I love the way the outfit accentuates her body. I always feel like with Kim, it's like a lot of times she's so beautiful and she's so voluptuous, but I feel like it just becomes a little cartoonish in a way. And this is kind of taking all her curves and everything about her and just just making it just a slam dunk.
It's
Yeah.
for once perfectly fitted. So, like the hips are a little bit hidden because she's still a little bit curvy, but in a nice and gorgeous way. It reveals the legs. It's just the color is so original.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for this brunette. It's just like stunning.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, she's like she's close to Anna Wintour. She's
yes.
getting married to Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in Paris.
She has no excuses.
No,
Yeah,
none.
excuse
No
me.
This is
excuse.
the next
Finally.
power couple. So every
Completely.
time she comes out,
Yeah,
she's
she
gotta
has to.
she's gotta like be on.
Careful, Victoria.
I don't think Victoria's anything to worry about.
Nothing to
Well,
worry about.
like at the
Never
beginning of
know.
Victoria,
She
it
was a
wasn't
little bit-
exactly. It wasn't.
She
She
was a
wasn't
little
there.
timid,
She
yeah.
wasn't
Spice
exactly.
Girls.
She comes from the Spice Girl. Remember
Yeah.
that time?
Oh,
And
yeah.
she graduated
Yes.
a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
in
She
the fashion
graduated.
world.
You would
so-
have never think,
In a
never
million
thought,
years?
in a million years, that Victoria
Well,
Beckham from the Spice Girl
She
would
was
become
posh
this.
Spice. She wasn't sexy Spice or scary Spice. So she was already posh, right?
True. She got the name.
Right? So
She had the
She
name.
was headed there.
Yeah, I think she looks great. I
Yeah.
love the fact that the dress has pockets. I love the slit. You know, you
I didn't even see the pockets.
Yeah,
Yes.
she pulled in her
Yes,
waist with that
yes.
belt. She looks great.
Gorge.
She looks clean, nice.
Clean.
I'm
I didn't-
so
I
happy
didn't-
I didn't say that.
Not to say that I wasn't implying that she was dirty, but just the look. She just looks great. I love it. I
Yes,
love
it was
No, I agree
definitely
with you. I completely agree.
Definitely
It's
a step
all
up from
flawless.
last year.
Yeah.
Definitely a step up from last year. I personally, when I first saw it, I didn't love it because I felt like it made her look stumpy, and that bothered me. But this picture specifically angled very
Beautiful.
well the leg. It looks very good. In the end, I wanted the hair curl just a little bit tighter with a little bit more of a 40s wave.
Enough with the Hollywood
I was
girl.
just gonna
bit.
say, I'm glad she didn't because I think that's where it starts to get a little bit because she.
But it
she's
didn't
so
get
much.
combed out right because the hair is like sticking out right
It
there.
probably
I'm
started
real.
out that way, and that's probably humidity in
That's
New York.
what I'm saying. I'm like, somebody should have ran their finger
when
through it real
humidity
quick. 'Cause
starts in
it's
New
like
York.
New York.
It's like, was it supposed to be the 40 wave or were you supposed to be tousled sex wave?
I kind
was
of like it when
confused.
hair are not all the time perfect.
I wanted it
Yeah.
sexy or not. Okay, next up we've got Erykah Badu, who is the face of Givenchy right now, and she is rocking a satin crystal embroidered coat by the designer with a matching top hat, her signature head wrap underneath, and a black pantsuit.
Love the hat.
Doing her
Very
thing.
Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, I'm
No.
not. I'm not feeling the hat. I like the coat, the pants. I think it's very elegant.
Yeah.
You know, it's very age appropriate. It fits her nicely. The colors looks great against her skin. But on the hat just turns the whole thing into kind of a joke in a way.
Yeah, I agree with you, Erica. I just feel like the hat is kind of cartoonish, and
Yeah.
she should have left
Left it at home.
left it out.
I'm obsessed. What do you mean? I think it's because it's Erykah Badu. If it were like a
Alright.
random person, like, yeah, but I totally get that for her. Like, I would never wear that on the red carpet at the Met Gala, but
She always does her hair pieces, which are beautiful. I don't like
Which
the
she
hat.
has
Maybe
on
she had
underneath.
just a
I
bad
know.
hair
Take
day.
off the hat. We can see the hairpiece. I don't like
Well,
the
there's
hat.
a big fro
you know what?
cone shaped in there.
yes, it's like
I
shaped
think
up
it's
into
just a
the
private
hat.
joke. I mean, if you wear this kind of
Yeah.
hat, yeah, I mean, sure, there is like an
shows that.
inside private joke with someone else. Maybe a bet that she lost. And they'll be like, all right, you know what? You have to wear the Pharrell Williams hat at the Met Ball.
And
Okay, I
we
will do
embroidered it with crystals and then dressed it up for you.
It's a bling hat.
But it's a no. It's a no. You can't have that. It's just a no. But at least we can talk about it.
And the
so
running
thanks.
joke is like you don't ever want to sit behind her either.
Oh yeah,
That was yeah. I wonder if she took it off in the event.
Oh,
I'm sure she
doubtful. You think
No?
she
I
took
don't
that
think
off?
so.
And she
because-
probably has something underneath.
I think Steven's moving us along. Okay, next up we've got
pretty.
Beyonce, who toned it down a little bit this year. Last year she wore that fiery Givenchy outfit,
Yeah.
and this year she went for a more classic beaded peplum number with a matching veil from Riccardo Tisci. And there was a beautiful moment with her and Jay-Z on the red carpet
saw
where
that.
she dropped her ring and he picked it up.
And it's
he
now a
got
gift.
on his knee again and proposed. So it was adorable.
I think she's
What do you think?
gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think
It's
it's
stunning.
so
Beautiful.
beautiful.
The pictures I saw were just
stunning.
amazing.
It's just I think this is you see this and you're like this is incredible. I mean this I thought when I saw it I was like okay she's arrived, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
we always know Beyonce of having incredible style and just incredible presence, but I'm so glad she went this route as opposed to doing something kind of crazy because she just is establishing herself as just like this elegant
Completely.
woman.
You see
And
her
it's still
progression.
sexy. It's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
sexy.
She's
You got
becoming
the
like
V.
such like almost royal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really, you know, this couple really just like yes, exactly. It's sexy, it's classy, it's French. It's just like beautiful. The lace, just everything. You see a little bit of the boobs, but
Yeah.
not too much. It's the robe. It's just flawless.
And the
like,
detail
seriously.
was just beautiful.
Yes.
Like looking at those different pictures.
Girl, that
gorgeous.
vegan diet got her everything right and
Yeah.
tight and cupped in the right spot. Like nothing's moving wrong. There's not, It
Yeah.
looks fantastic.
And I love the simplicity of her hair. I like because the dress was so beautiful and just classic. I loved how she just kept it simple and classic with the hair, and then some nice earrings. I think gorgeous.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Hot for all.
Hot.
Who's next?
Next up, somebody interesting. Miss Lala Anthony decided to wear a purple long sleeve sweetheart neckline, cushiony and ox dress with a vampy
You should have
lip.
called us, girl, before doing that.
Did nobody tell her? Nobody stopped this.
Yes.
Nobody stopped
What
this.
was she thinking?
Especially with the blonde
hair.
layer,
What
the
is
dark.
happening?
I didn't even
gloss.
recognize her when I saw
either.
these pictures. What
And
is
she's
that?
so pretty, and she doesn't look like
She
herself.
looks like Jessica Rabbit.
This is exactly like the situation where the venue and the event that you're going to makes a big difference. And although I like the color, I actually think it's quite a sexy dress. She looks hot. Her body looks great. This is, save it for like the MTV Awards or something like that. It's not for the Met Gala. It's
And
just
on
not.
top of it, when
And
you
the
wear
shoes. I don't like the shoes.
this kind of purple, I mean, having a blonde layer, like the bang,
Yeah.
kind
And
of
the
blonde,
most.
Looks
orangey,
so washed out.
yes, it's really really not flattering. But as you say, she has a great body. She could have been, and look at the shoes. It doesn't even match
No,
this
the
purple
shoes are
dress.
awful. And the lipstick
It's-
color too doesn't go. Like a beautiful nude, like her hair. The dress. That's why I don't want to fault the dress in a way. For this event, yes, but I think the dress is actually can
Just
be.
the color.
It could be quite sexy, and if it was styled correctly with the hair and the makeup and the shoes.
Nothing match.
Nothing.
It just makes
No.
her
Earrings,
boobs
look like watermelons,
So large.
like-
Her breasts look so huge.
You just
so
wanna,
big.
You just want to tell her like, just breathe. That's
Yes,
okay.
like
Yeah.
I
And
bet
let
she
it
didn't
go.
breathe the whole night. She was holding her breath. Like, and last but not least,
Even her eyes. She doesn't even have
she
like
looks
barely
sad.
makeup.
She looks sad. It looks sad.
She does.
She does look sad.
Yeah.
And how can you
now,
be
yeah.
sad if you're at the Met Ball?
Because she's sucked into that
Because
dress.
she can't
and
breathe. She's got like a scuba tank on the back, taking a breath every once in a minute.
like,
She won't be able to eat anything.
That's why she looks sad, of course.
Exactly.
She knows she's gonna, be at the fashion
gonna
police and
be
the
a-
fashion forward woman.
Yes, there you go. All right, last but not least, we had another big risk taker for the night, and it was Miss Lupita Nyong'o, and she was wearing a netted, bedazzled, and feathered concoction from Prada with
King
matching
of the
shoes
jungle.
and headbands.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
She was just named People's Most Beautiful,
I
and this was the
know.
next outing on the red
I
carpet.
feel like she's coming out of the Lion King's musical.
yeah, the Jungle Book. Like,
It
what
looks-
is going on?
Yeah, the Lion King musical.
What is it? What's going on?
She's just
Venice
gonna-
Williams? Is it her? I mean, it's just like
Bust out in
ridiculous.
song.
Prada, why did y'all do that to her?
Yeah. Yes.
I tried every way possible to look at this sideways, upside down, and around the corner, and it still didn't work.
And it's
it's
awful
still
all the
green.
way
It was
It
around.
was
Yeah.
still not working anywhere, anyhow. Sorry, Lupita. This was her first epic fail to me.
But I wonder, how does that happen? We've
I
all
know.
done some red carpets. Like,
Yeah.
do you wake up like one morning and you say, for the Oscar tonight, or for the Met Ball, or you have your stylist coming up and she's like, look, you can have like a gorgeous Balmain black and silver dress, or you can have this little bush dress full of green. You're gonna look like the Lion King in
think
it.
it's-
Which one do you want?
I think she got excited because she saw the beading and the feathers, and she was like, "This is so fun!"
I
And
think
it's
everything is,
Halloween.
but I think everything is done very calculated, especially when you get to this level of celebrity. I think she's got people around her, and maybe she wanted to make a statement.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, she wanted to make a statement and be remembered,
Yeah.
and in some
I think
ways
other
And not
people
be
sold
so
her on
perfect.
this
Yeah,
too. I think other
exactly.
people sold this on
Maybe,
her.
she was just happy and she's like,
Yeah,
let's go green.
Because I feel like when I see it, that seems like what her spirit energy would be. Like that she wanted to just be feathery and fun and was cute and fun. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily know that she was. I think the perfectly coiffed, perfectly thing that she's been in the past is not necessarily who she is.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's an amazing outfit for all this yoga kind of festival. Very
Yes.
chic and, inspirational.
She very dance.
It's very
Malibu kind of.
She looks like she's ready to go to Burning Man.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah, I thought more of a Malibu, but no, you're
The
right.
like
Yeah.
festival
Burning
of
Man.
colors
think
or
like
something where you
Coachella.
throw.
Coachella,
Yeah.
it's perfect for Coachella. She's a little bit,
I like
late.
the headband.
All right. Well, Next time, Lupita, next time. We want to thank you so much for joining us.
yeah.
So
So
much
fun.
fun. You have to come back, please.
Yes, Mom, that's why I'm staying here.
Yes.
Well, tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me Kahl. Yeah, I know. She keeps laughing whenever I say my name. See, and I just say like LA people are so nice. Actually, I'm gonna change my statement. French racist. So Val is my first name, and Kahl, yes, it is my real name.
I love it.
No, I see it in your eyes. You're
I
like,
love it.
I do.
I love it.
I love it. Thank you guys. Seriously, it's a
so much.
pleasure. Pleasure to be
Pleasure
here.
to have you.
Yeah, we love the accent. Where can we find you guys?
Twitter, Instagram, Stuart Starlet.
And I'm your host, Erica Garcia Rojas. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at IamEGR.
And you can find me, Deanna Vaughn, on Twitter and Instagram at It's Me, Deanna V. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to download us, rate, comment, and we'll see you next week, you guys.
Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.